Hello and welcome to Bladed Articles. Today for you guys I have got a Krudo knife and it comes in a lovely slip here, and I will just remove that. It's just the same on both sides. So here you have the box. I'll just give you a brief roundhouse view. When what you carry matters, and also their website on either side. So in the box you get a piece of paper, and this has a few of their knives on there just to show you, including the one we will be looking at, which is the Iota, and also the knife registration, warranty information, and knife care, and a few warnings on there too. So I will just move this out of the way. You get a nice piece of foam too, and also on here you get a nice piece of foam as well. And as you can see, the Krudo Iota sits in there rather nicely. However, apart from this thumb stud up here, and I have had a chat with a few sources, and they seem to think that this was a first batch issue, where the first ones that came over to the UK, they kind of messed up on the laser cutting of it. So piece of history. However, I haven't actually seen a second batch box, so I can't 100% confirm that. However, if you have a second batch box and this is true, aka yours is round the right way, then please let me know. I'd be interested to know, and I'm sure other people would be as well. So let's get the knife out of the box and crack on with it. So here we have it. This is the Krudo Iota. So I bought this from a gentleman, not going to name any names, but it was from a group, and he said he bought it from one of the importers of this knife back when this first came out, and he went to a show and bought it from that gentleman at the show, and he's kept it in a box ever since. Just general maintenance he's done to it, aka oil, you know, opening, closing, that sort of jazz. So it still had its factory edge on there because he'd never used it, so I thought it would be a brilliant example to use for a review, because all of my other knives, they all have the factory edge on before I use them. I don't touch them myself unless I have to, such as the Nauta. However, yeah, I thought this would be a cracking review on it because it's essentially brand new. Anyway, on to the scales first of all. Actually, before we do the scales, I didn't tell you a price, and that was, I paid £65 for this one. However, they do vary. I've seen them for 30-40 quid all the way up to, I think the highest I've seen was about 80 or 90 quid. But that's usually sort of the low numbers, and I'll tell you more about the numbers in a minute. So this is coming in, the scales, 440C stainless steel, and if you look closely enough you can still see the milling marks on there, and I absolutely love that. Loving these scales, really am. And on the back there as well. So they aren't hugely great for grip because they are nice and smooth. However, I think they look really nice, personally speaking. But yeah, not so much on the grip, and also this jimping is really useless. Yeah, don't use it. There's no point. And that being down there, I think it's supposed to give a little bit, and to a certain degree it does, but once it's in there, it's not really high enough to, you know, grab onto anything when it's in your hand or forcing down in your hand. But that's just my opinion on that one. But you also get your lanyard hole as well on there, and it is rather a nice hole, so you can put your lanyard on there. And once you do, the ergos of this are pretty sweet, so you can even hold your thumb on there like so. And I wouldn't suggest pushing down because it is very easy, and I do that to play with it all the time, just to wear it in a bit, because it is a new knife essentially. So yeah, but it is useful to just like so do some light cutting work, etc. But just be careful if you do use it like that. So onto the steel, and that is coming in at, where is it, 9CR18 MOV. There we go. So this has pleasantly surprised me from the factory. This is still hair popping sharp, and I will show you that in the video. And this has been through sheath, carpets, loads of boxes, loads of tape. You've had foam, we've had rope this week actually. So this little curve in here has been fantastic for rope cutting, paracord cutting as well. I've laid up some paracord and used exactly that, and it's worked really well, really sharp. And just onto the carry style whilst we are here. This is set up for right hand tip up only, but you can switch it over to left hand tip up. So sorry, it's not an only, it's a what I meant what it is at this minute in time, but you can have a left or right tip up carry on there, and easy peasy, just take those two screws out, swap it over and pop them back in. So onto the centering and the lock system, because this is a slip joint. I will just show you quickly. So nothing here, all of my fingers are out here as you can see, and then I'm just going to use the palm of my hand just to close it. There we go, all my fingers are out. There we go. So it is a slip joint, and it runs on a detent system. I'll just see if I can show you the balls. Yeah, you can just about see one here by my finger when I can get it. There we go, and then another on the exact same side. There they are. There you can see one there, one there. And also this runs on bearings, so it makes it really smooth for opening and closing. So it has a nice snap when it pops into those detents on the blade, but really nice opening and closing action with those bearings. And let's just have a look at the length while we are at it. Well, we're always at it, aren't we? So the cutting edge length is coming in here, I think, at 6 centimeters. I would call that 6 centimeters. And then the entire length open, you are looking at you're looking at 15.2 centimeters, and closed length you are looking at 9.4. I'd go for 9.4 centimeter. And I will just show you the screw size whilst we're at it. I do know off the top of my head because I didn't take it apart too long ago. So you've got 1, 2, 3 here, and also 1, 2, 3 on this side, and the pocket clip. They are all this size, but I will just show you anyway. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they are all 86. And also onto the pivot, which is a T10. As you can see, nice and snug. And that is a T10. So, onto the hair pop. Well, actually, no, we are going to do the logos, and then we will do the hair pop. So yeah, let me give that a quick scrub-a-dub-dub just for you, so you can see that a little bit more clearly, and then we'll go on to that infamous hair pop. So there we go, there's the Krudo knives with the K's in the typical skull K, and along with it on the pivot too. Nice job. And also on the back end here we have China and also 9 CR18 MOV, and then you have the 12 of 325. So that means that this is number 12 of 325. So there were only 325 of these made, and I've got number 12 and also I've got number 3. Had one that I wanted to do a review on, and that is this one, and then also another one, I'll just grab it in a second, and that's for that's just for my collection purposes, just because it's a lower number, and I really am liking this, to be honest. It's not too easy to use the blade, but it's just that shape, to be honest, that is annoying me a little bit, but it's dealable, and it's a UK legal, well, a UK friendly, sorry, always check the local knife laws. But we will go into the hair pop now, and I will just show you that it is still shaving sharp. Let's get some here. Oh yes, look at that. So that is, as you can see, shaving sharp, still on there, still on the money. That's a week's worth of use that destroyed the Nauta, but not for this Iota. So I'll just give you a brief size comparison quickly. A UK PK S110V, and also a Kaiser zip slip in titanium, and also somewhere we've got the forgetful penguin. So yeah, just for size comparison, it's I think it's pretty close to the zip slip, and it's a lot heavier because it is steel, and obviously the shape of it, but I really like it. I mean, if you can pick one up for 30-40 quid, I'd say, you know, give it a shout. It's got some really useless jimping. I'm not gonna lie, it's crap. Same on the back end of the jimping as well. But as far as the pocket clip goes, I mean, it's a bit tough to get that pocket, to get things in that pocket clip. I'll see if I can find something quickly actually. What we got? Find a bit of cardboard. I don't have a bit of cardboard. Oh, what about that? We'll use this. So this is probably going to absolutely ruin it. No, that's not even going to go on. Oh yeah, no, we're going. Ooh. So there we go. It's not very deep at all. That's as far down as you can go, but that doesn't matter to me because I keep mine in a pocket clip, and yeah, it's quite a tight fit, and I've kind of ruined that. But hey, do it in the name of knowing. So overall, yeah, I'm really digging it, and I've just to prove that I have got two, not showing off, but just one for collectional purposes and one for using. There's this one here as well, which has been used. It's a lot lighter to use, and it's had some work done on it, as you can see. And that one is number 3. And yeah, that one will be staying in my collection, although it's a, you know, a rougher blade, but it's it was my first one, so it means a bit more to myself. Anyway, thank you very much for holding on for so long, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe.